In Pennsylvania, Joe Biden closing in on President Trump's lead there. To put that in perspective, around this time, 24 hours ago, President Trump up by more than 540,000 votes. As you can see, let's put the board back up if we can for just a moment to provide that perspective. If you take a look at where things stand right now in Pennsylvania, the difference, about 122,000 votes. Let's turn now to former Philadelphia Mayor Michael Nutter, a Democrat. Mayor, before we get to the vote there seems to be some confusion over what's happening in Philadelphia right now. Do you know if mail-in ballot votes are being counted or have those votes been halted?
Craig, I'm not aware of any halting of any activity here, and there's no reason to have any halting that I'm aware of. This is, as your correspondent talked about just a second ago, this is a normal part of the process. I mean, we obviously have a huge amount of mail-in ballots because we're in a pandemic. But other than that, all of this lawsuit activity, all these filings, this is nothing but what I'd call flailing by Donald Trump. Suddenly, he's been talking about we have an election. I've never heard of a candidate all across the country now trying to stop the counting of ballots. People voted. Their vote deserves to be counted. This is how America operates. This is not, as someone said, Belarus or Russia. This is America. This is what we do.
One of the things that's striking, and again, votes are still being counted, Mayor, but the turnout among black voters specifically for Joe Biden in places like Philadelphia, in places like Detroit, in places like Milwaukee, Atlanta, it really connects to a through line that we saw in the primary, starting with Congressman Jim Clyburn in South Carolina, essentially putting the Biden campaign on his back and carrying them over the finish line there in the Palmetto State. What do you make of that? The fact that voters that look like us could very well be responsible for Joe Biden becoming the 46th president?
Well, Craig, I mean, to be brutally honest, I mean, from time to time, black people have been saving America from itself for a long, long period of time. And we are consistent in our commitment to freedom, to democracy. When I went to vote on Tuesday, I voted for Joe Biden and Senator Harris, but I also voted against racism and misogyny and xenophobia and all the other craziness and the incompetence of Donald Trump, current occupant of the White House, when you have 225,000 Americans who have died from coronavirus, disproportionately affecting black and brown people. So there were a lot of things to vote for on Tuesday. African Americans get it. We understand the significant role that we play. And quite honestly, black women in particular. I mean, that is the story of South Carolina and in many, many cases across the country. So, we believe in freedom as black people. We want it. We want more of it, and we want to participate, and we show up time and time and time again. And it is only my hope that white America would understand and be more supportive of what black people are trying to do, which is to live.
Former mayor of a city that will very well likely determine the outcome of the state of Pennsylvania, Mayor of Philadelphia, former Mayor Michael
We still
Nutter.
count.
I wish we had more time. Hope you'll come back. Yes, we see that literally still counting right now. Thank you, Mayor Nutter.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.